Why can one person take over your entire mind? It began with a glance, nothing more. A crowded room, hundreds of faces, conversations everywhere, laughter, music, movement, and yet somehow among all those people, one face stood out. A week later, the young man could barely remember anyone else who had been there, but he remembered her. The way she smiled, the way she tilted her head when she listened, the sound of her voice, the brief touch of her hand. It was as if the rest of the evening had disappeared. Only she remained. Days passed, then weeks, and something strange began to happen. He would wake up thinking about her. A message from her could brighten an entire day. The absence of a message could darken it. A single photograph could hold his attention longer than 1,000 pages of a book. One memory replayed itself again and again. The smile, the voice, the glance, the touch. He tried to focus on work. Instead, he imagined conversations that had never happened. He imagined futures that did not exist. He imagined signs that perhaps she felt the same way. One evening, frustrated by his own mind, he visited an old monk. "Bhante," he asked, "what is wrong with me?" The monk looked at him. "Nothing." The young man frowned. "Then why can't I stop thinking about her?" The monk remained silent for a moment. Then he asked, "Tell me, how many women live in the city?" "Millions." "And how many occupy your mind?" The young man lowered his eyes. "One." The monk nodded. "Interesting." He pointed toward the night sky. "Look up." Thousands of stars shone overhead. "Do you see that star?" The monk pointed. "Yes." "Why that one?" The young man laughed. "Because you pointed to it." The monk smiled. "Exactly." Then his expression became serious. The greatest mistake people make is believing they are attracted because the object is powerful. They imagine there is something magical inside the person, something irresistible, something extraordinary. But the Buddha pointed somewhere else. The monk quoted, "Bhikkhus, I do not see any other form that so occupies a man's mind as the form of a woman. No sound, no scent, no taste, no touch." And then, the monk continued, the Buddha immediately said the same thing in reverse. A man's form, a man's voice, a man's scent, a man's touch. These can occupy a woman's mind. The young man nodded. Then attraction really is powerful. The monk shook his head. "No." The young man looked surprised. "No? The signs are powerful only because craving has already entered." The monk picked up a small iron hook. If a fish has no interest in the bait, the hook is harmless. But once the fish bites, he let the sentence hang. The young man stared at the hook. The monk continued, "Tell me honestly, when you think about her, suppress, do you replay conversations?" "Yes." "Do you revisit old messages?" "Yes." "Do you examine tiny details, looking for hidden meaning?" "Yes." "Do you imagine future scenes that have never happened?" The young man's face reddened. "Yes," the monk nodded. "Then understand what is happening. At first there was only seeing, a face. Then came feeling, pleasant. Then craving whispered, look again, think again, remember again. Maybe there is something here." And each time you obeyed, the image grew stronger, the voice grew sweeter, the memory grew brighter. The person became larger than life itself. Soon you were no longer seeing a woman. You were seeing a world built by your own mind. The young man sat frozen, because he knew it was true. The monk continued softly, "You think you are suffering because of her. But much of your suffering comes from the stories you keep feeding. The smile happened once. You replayed it 100 times. The message arrived once. You reread it 50 times. The touch lasted a second. You relived it for weeks." The monk pointed toward a calm pond. "When the water is still, you see clearly. When the water is stirred, the moon appears broken. The moon is not broken. The water is disturbed." The young man whispered, "Then what should I do?" The monk smiled. "When a form is seen, know only seen. When a sound is heard, know only heard. When attraction arises, know attraction has arisen. Do not immediately build a world around it. The photograph is one thing. The fantasy is another. The voice is one thing. The longing wrapped around it is another. The touch is one thing. The months of obsession are another." For a long time, neither spoke. Then the young man finally understood. The woman had not taken possession of his mind. His mind had taken possession of a few beautiful signs and built an entire universe around them.